but it was well overthrown. And Donovan Rose almost came up with the interception.
Well, had he not touched the ball, Scott Flagel certainly would have picked that off, I'm sure. Let's have a look at it. Overthrown, trying to go to Ty Gray, but Donovan Rose just not able to hang on to that interception.
So Ottawa will be punting on 3rd and 10 with 1:05 left in this first half. David Shaw is back to return this punt along with Ken Haley. And again, another good boot by Ken Clark. Haley from his 13. And this time he gets it out over the 20 to about the 23-yard line. So Tom Clemens and the Winnipeg offense have less than a minute to travel from their 23-yard line. The handoff goes to Reeves, a big hole for him, and he explodes out to the 39-yard line for another Winnipeg first down. Maurice Martin, number 23, brought him down along with John Lynch.
When they catch a team in that 2 deep defensive secondary look, and they hit a quick inside running play, there's nobody there to come up and force in the secondary.
Clemens' pass was over the intended receiver, Joe Poplowski's hand. So that stops the clock with 43 seconds left to play, and it'll be 2nd and 10 Winnipeg at their 39. Blue Bombers 25, Ottawa 3. And exactly the same kind of a pattern as we saw last week in Winnipeg. Close game in the first quarter. Winnipeg then just takes command in the second. Clemens' pass is complete to Rick House, who's dropped at the 46-yard line. He'll be well short of the first down, as Ken Miller was there to drag him to the turf.
To have them under control.
Yeah, I tell you, we've been playing good as a unit, and it haven't been just no individual defense. It's been 12 players and 2 coming off the bench, so we've been giving a lot of team efforts. That's why we've been successful.
David Shaw, one of the best, no question about that. Cornerback of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, as the Big Blue will be punting now on 3rd and 4. Bob Cameron, another good punt. Edwards is at his 8-yard line. And this time he crosses the 15 to about the 16-yard line with just 13 seconds left on the clock, and I would think Ottawa would be happy to just run this clock out.
Just kill it and get it to the
I'll tell you who
dressing
would be
room.
happy, George.
I'm surprised as great a return guy as Edwards is, that they just keep kicking the ball to him every time. They punt to him every time, and on kickoff they kick to him every time. I don't know, they know something that we don't, I'm sure.
This is McCray, and McCray picks his way to about the 19 with 8 seconds left on the clock, so we'll have one more play. Ottawa will not have to kick the ball. Now this is interesting, a hurry-up offense. They're going to put it up. Adams pass right through the hands of Wayman Aldridge, and this one is picked off once again. Donovan Rose for the Blue Bombers. No time showing on the clock.
That's
Ottawa
surprising.
is very, very fortunate to get out of that. It is Winnipeg 25, Ottawa 3 at halftime. In a moment, yes. Game 4 Ottawa Rough Rider turnovers created by just an outstanding defense. Fellas?
Good first half by the Bomber defense. You know, we mentioned in the highlight package that when the defense gets those turnovers, the offense does such a good job of taking advantage of that and scoring points.
That's Prince McJunkins warming up on the sidelines. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him.
Well, the last time we saw the Prince here in Lansdowne Park, he didn't have that good a day. Saskatchewan Rough Riders really put it to him, so it'll be interesting to see if he's made some progress since then. I would think that he has.
Well, of course, he moves a lot better than Joe Adams, and I'm sure that's what they're thinking, that you know, maybe they can get him outside the container or something. Let's face it, down 25-3, you may as well try anything.
We've got to get it going. We've got to see what happens here. It's too bad because I felt that emotionally, and football is a game of emotion, that the defense of the Ottawa Football Club was into it, and then it just was 2 on offense and out, 2 on offense and out, and then they just were on the field too long, and they had great offensive field position for Tommy Clements and Winnipeg and put it to you.
So we're set for the second half kickoff. Trevor Kennard kicks it deep. This is Dwight Edwards at his 5-yard line. Frank Robinson brings him down at the 20. And, you know, it's redundant to say it, but again, Ottawa starts in unenviable field position. They have not had any kind of field position for most of that first half, and now again they start at their 20. Edwards shaken up on the plays.
Do some offensive movement.
And there he goes, just as Jocko suggested. Did Harrison make that catch?
No, I think he dropped it, Pat.
He gave it a good effort, tried to bring it in with one hand, but wasn't able to. But again, just as Jocko suggested in the very first play, McJunkins rolls out of there, looks for his receiver, and Harrison wasn't able to bring it in. A lot less to worry about. Well, he stepped up nicely there, but unfortunately for him, there was somebody else coming. Delbert Fowler was there to trip him up.
Boy, Delbert Fowler just came with a really strong pass rush. He'll be at the right side of your screen when Prince McJunkins finally has to turn back. There he is, number 72. What an addition he's been. He's really been the final player that's put this whole defense together, because when they're 3-4, you got to have 4 good linebackers, and they certainly have them.
They like that rangy, fast-rushing outside guy that can contain the football when he has to, and then Ty Jones on the other side. Those 2 guys are dynamite football players, for this defensive concept especially.
This is Haley from midfield, and he gets inside the Ottawa 50 to about the 48-yard line, where once again the Blue Bombers will take over in Ottawa territory. Dan Rasevich was there to make the stop for Ottawa.
Quick passes if he can. Boy, I keep saying that. I wish they'd try and do it.
Clements pass there to his pitch and catch, like the fellas were saying, to Jeff Boyd. And Boyd is inside the 35-yard line before Ken Miller drags him down.
Well, he caught 7 passes in the first half, Pat, and I would say 5 of them were on that particular hook pattern, and just having a field day working against number 38, Charles Johnson.
Ken Miller is the injured Ottawa Rough Rider on the field as we take a look at Jeff Boyd. Blue Bombers starting from inside the Ottawa 35. Clemens pass. It's caught inside the 25-yard line.
Side.
Yeah, that's James Murphy, number 21, making the catch.
Well, you see number 17 now, Washington in on the tackle. He's really the guy that has to make the play on this hook pattern. He's the outside linebacker, and if you're in a zone, it's the linebacker that has to drop back. There you see he's just a couple of steps late, and it's been the same way on the other side with the catches Jeff Boyd has made.
And that catch by Murphy was good for the first down, as the Blue Bombers now have possession at the Ottawa 23. Clemens' pass is complete. That's down to the 15-yard line.
Kevin Neals makes the catch, or excuse me, that's number 29, Jerome Erdman, into the ballgame. They seem to, in the second half, when they get a lead, interchange somebody.
Jerome Erdman did. Clemens going to the end zone for Murphy. Touchdown, Winnipeg.
He just stole the ball.
Yeah, just stole it out of Charles Cornelius' hands. No problem there. They took over possession, marched all the way down the field.
Nice job by number 21, James Murphy. Tommy Clements dropping back, trying to hit that out and up pattern, and the ball slightly underthrown, but once again, Murphy sees the ball all the way, able to make the adjustment, come back and over the top of Charles Cornelius. That's a great catch.
It really was, because to my way of thinking, that's an offensive interception. In other words, the defensive guy should have position on a ball that's slightly underthrown like that and make the defensive play.
Isn't it funny how Winnipeg over the years has always come up with the good wide receivers? Eugene Goodlow, Mike Holmes, now Murphy, and boy, they've got some great ones.
And they also have a very comfortable lead in this ball game. It is Winnipeg 32, Ottawa 3. We'll be back in just a moment. And Saskatchewan is in Calgary for a very important contest there. And Ottawa touched the ball, I believe, If they did, and it rolled out of bounds at the 21, that's where they'll take an offside penalty on the kickoff. So Ottawa will have a chance now to return it. This will be McCrae from his 13-yard line. And he crosses the 30 to about the 31, so that's where Ottawa will take over. And Prince McJunkins comes back out onto the field. Well, he ran a long way to pick up a couple of yards, did Prince McJunkins.
Prince looked like he was going through a minefield there.
Jenkins' pass is complete down the middle for an Ottawa first down, caught by Dave Newman. Frank Robinson was there to make the stop, but that's what Leaf was talking about. He's got to get the ball to the inside receivers. Let's do it quickly, efficiently.
And he looked really good on it. He really zipped that ball in there. That's good.
Well, he steps forward. Jocko follows through with that delivery, and that's a good strike to Dave Newman. And really, in this situation, he's the guy I'd go to because he's been the most dependable receiver for them over the course of this season.
He's got Newman and Aldridge inside, Ty Gray and Dwight Edwards outside. And now he's in a lot of trouble as he throws the pass. Obviously, he was trying to set up a bit of a screen to Dave Newman, but he goes. Dave Newman makes the catch and gets to the 48-yard line, which will leave Ottawa 5 yards short of the first down.
This is probably his third game.
Ken Clark punting on 3rd and 5. Good boot. Chases Haley back to his 10-yard line. And Rudy Phillips was down very quickly to make the tackle for Ottawa. Bombers, for one of the few times in this ball game, will be starting deep in their own territory. They lead it 32-3. We'll be back in just a moment.
He's a beautiful bouncing baby boy, and his name is Jocko. Jocko Kinnard.
Well, Jocko's real happy up there, then.
Little guy's name is Luke. I'd like to say hi to Luke and also to his mom, Caroline.
Well, I'm sure that they're watching. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. One other thing, I'd like to thank Dr. Sharon Nogler and the staff at Winnipeg's Health Sciences Center.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
This is Willard Reeves. And Reeves, I'll tell you, is still fighting hard in this ball game, despite the fact that the Blue Bombers are comfortably in front.
I knew Bill Stevenson would get Trevor Kennard on there. He's the only guy in Lansdale Park that's shorter than Bill.
Didn't I look big, huh?
He's the only guy that really in the history of the CFL has been shorter than Bill. The pickup was about 8 yards. So it is 2nd and 2, Winnipeg. Ball at their 24. Now this is Murphy, and of course, if the tackle is missed, he's going to go a long way. Forget it. Nobody's going to catch James Murphy. Touchdown, Blue Bombers. Tommy's so smart. He knows if he gets him out there one-on-one and the guy misses the tackle, it's history.
Oh, Pat, this is such a beautiful play. I hope we can capture this on our replay. Of course, a great run by number 21, James Murphy. What I really want to point out is number 70, Jeff Boyd, the other wide receiver. He comes from all the way across field to make the key block that's finally going to set him loose. Initially, a good move to get around Charles Cornelius, but watch if we can see number 29, John Lynch, has a chance. Jeff Boyd, there it is, right in your screen. He makes the block from all the way across the other side of the field. I mean, that's just hustle. Great, great hustle.
Put Lynch in the nickel seats, didn't he?
Oh, did he ever.
Well, they're just a team effort. They just played the game just the way it should be played. Everybody hustles and everybody works hard.
You know, we've commented about how intense Cal Murphy is, but I think that intenseness comes to the football team, too, because regardless of the score, they're always playing hard.
You bet. That's what I say. They're a good, well-balanced football team, and they practice hard and they play hard.
And it's becoming embarrassing. 39-3 with 8:32 left in the third quarter.
Well, this is the time when you fatten your statistics.
Ball goes out of bounds, and Winnipeg will have to kick it over again.
A quick out and ran a quick out. Jeff Boyd made an excellent block. I seen green all the way. So that's my job, just to run with it.
Well, the offense has really been rolling, James.
They look very explosive tonight, the whole offensive and defensive team. Hi, Mom. Hi, Cheryl. Bryson.
Tim McRae from the 10-yard line. And McRae hustles outside the 35 to the 36. Ottawa better keep hustling, though, because I would think as a coach, Jocko, you can tell me this, you'd be looking at guys, and if they're not hustling...
Oh, yeah. Listen, George Brancato is one of those guys that he's a pretty cool hombre, but he'll make some decisions in his mind tonight. In other words, as he indicated before, he's got a chance to make some player moves after this game. They got 2 weeks till they play again.
And here they haven't been able to do it all night. Well, he gets the first down by getting outside the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Tony Norman, number 55, finally brings him down. Junkin's pass is no good. He was looking for Ty Gray. This is Harrison. And he puts his head down and gets to the 50. He'll only have a pickup of about 3 or 4. Ottawa will be punting, but at least they didn't lose a lot of yards. Frank Robinson was there to bring him down over his head. Boy, they should put that one in the playbook. Clark to John Lynch.
The crowd's going wild on that one.
You know what they want? They want Ken Clark to play quarterback. We got 6:46 left to play in the third quarter. It is Winnipeg 39, Ottawa 3, and we'll be back in just a moment.
An adventure every time he receives a snap from Bob Stevens. That time makes an outstanding catch, and the fans in Ottawa here want him to quarterback here in the third quarter because he throws a strike to John Lynch. Good heads-up play.
It looks like the old single wing. You know, when he's the tailback in the single wing, I played in that old formation like 40 years ago.
I don't remember that, Jocko.
So I know you wouldn't.
Sid Luckman and the boys. Yeah. Dwight Edwards. Touchdown, Ottawa. An excellent pass by the Prince to Dwight Edwards.
The Prince is now the king for a few minutes.
There's a flag down on the field, but it may be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Winnipeg. We'll find out.
Well, that's what the people here at Lansdowne Park came to see. Prince McJunkins hooks up with number 3 wide receiver Dwight Edwards. He gets in behind Donovan Rose, the cornerback. A nice post pattern, well-executed offensive play.
But, you know, football fans are great. Now, their team is behind by 30 points, yet they just went crazy. You'd think they'd scored the go-ahead touchdown. That's the first catch of the night by Dwight Edwards.
Well, it's a good one.
For sure. Dean Dorsey's point after is good. So the Winnipeg Blue Bombers still have a comfortable lead. It is now 39-10. Threw the ball well, though. Well, let's not care. Why not?
Oh, the Bombers are ready for it, too. They're well-schooled.
Considering that they've got about 9 people on this side of the field, I guess they are ready, yeah.
Well, he can ding it the other way.
Oh. Flag comes down. Interference against Ottawa is the call, but the Bombers will take the ball where it went out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
It looked like a bowling alley down there.
Quarterback for the Blue Bombers. And it looks just the same. Hofnagel throws to Jeff Boyd. He makes the catch and is outside the Winnipeg 50 to the 52. Ricky Barton brought him down at that point. That's the 9th catch of the evening for Jeff Boyd. He has 155 yards and 1 touchdown.
Well, that gives him 34 on the season. Really a wide receiver-oriented offense, as I said earlier. Jeff Boyd and James Murphy will catch a lot of balls in this offensive system by Coach Arda Seltzer.
Pickup was 7. It is 2nd and 3. But Hufnagel doesn't get this one off as Greg Marshall is in for his 2nd sack of the ball game.
Well, that's what happens when you don't double team Greg Marshall. He's seen a lot of that double.
And he says the fellows that are good at it, they keep on doing it. But I like the Greco-Roman wrestling.
That's a good line.
Another good punt by Bob Cameron. This is Dave Newman from his 15-yard line. And Newman gets out to the 30. Good return by the former University of Missouri star. 51-yard boot and a 15-yard return by Dave Newman.
Kenny Clark, after he had one block, he came back and he hooted one about 55 yards the next time. He's tough.
Listen, that Bob Cameron, he's a heck of an athlete. Quarterback from Acadia University, was a Heck Creighton winner, most valuable player in college football in Canada.
There's another turnover. And that's David Shaw giving Winnipeg possession inside the 30-yard line. Excuse me, it was Ty Jones. Let's not take an interception away from him. 35, not 36.
Well, Steve Harrison should have had this ball, but give Ty Jones credit. He was on his hip and was there to pick up the tip ball.
You know, Tommy Clements is out of the ball game now. John Hufnagel is in to replace him. Listen to his stats for the night. 18 of 22 for 337 yards. Not bad, eh?
Well, only the third week in a row that he's just come up with an outstanding effort.
Ty Jones shaken up on the play, and an Ottawa. Murphy makes the catch, steps out of bounds inside the Ottawa 15 at about the 13-yard line.
After you've been beaten one like the last time you've beaten them, Cornelius is laying off a little bit. He's going to catch a lot of footballs out there, as the spy has indicated earlier.
Yeah, here's the throw by Hufnagel, right on the money. Cornelius actually fell down on the play. Winnipeg threatening again. They have total command of this ball game. Hufnagel's pass is caught inside the 20-yard line, and that's Jerome Erdman. Not a very big guy, but boy, he's got good hands. Seldom drops the football.
And he's quick. He came up to the junior program in BC, played with the Renfrew Trojans, I think it was. The Lions brought him up, and then now he's over to the Bombers.
Willard Reeves, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Blue Bombers. Well, when he gets a full head of steam up, it's tough to bring him down.
He's a good, strong running back. I mean, he accelerates, a good, tough kid, and really a fine person. That guy's good.
Well, let's have a close look at Willard Reed. Nothing fancy about this, but good blocking up front, and he just breaks it to the outside. Good block by number 29, Jerome Erdman. And boy, when he wants to get in that end zone, there's nobody's going to stop him. See Jerome Erdman? He's working on number 66, Greg Marshall. Did a heck of a job blocking him. 5'10", 175, taking on a big defensive end.
Got a big heart.
Big heart, that's right.
The point after by Trevor Kennard was good, so the Blue Bomber lead is 36 points once again. Winnipeg 46, Ottawa 10.
I don't think you're going to see Ty Jones back in the game, Pat. Now, this is not a serious situation. It's just a bit of an aggravation to that Achilles tendon of his. And they have decided that they don't want to endanger any further risk. But Ty's a little unhappy. He wants to go back in the ball game, but I don't think they're going to let him. But it is not serious. Let me emphasize that. It's just a slight aggravation to his previous injury.
Well, there's a good look at the Winnipeg sidelines. Willard Reeves, incidentally, has carried the ball 11 times tonight for 71 yards. And, of course, just scored that touchdown.
Those Achilles injuries really, really spook you as a coach.
I tell you, he's trying to talk his way into it, Ty. He's just gone up to the coach to try and say, hey, I want to go in. I don't know if they're going to let him or not.
That's a look at Steve Harrison's injury on the Ottawa sideline as Trevor Kennard prepares to kick it away. This will be Tim McRae from his 12-yard line. Frank Robinson just threw a saddle on him and rode him down at about the 19.
Well, when you can keep that return team within the 20, you're really doing a heck of a job of covering. That's exactly what they've done all night, as you had indicated before, Pat. Their teams are good. Special teams.
You know, you look at their club, and they always say that there's obviously a weakness someplace, but where would you say that Winnipeg has a weakness, Jocko?
Ooh, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about the depth of their offensive line, and maybe that might be it.
Dwight Edwards couldn't hang on. That's what you're... This is Wayman Aldridge. Well, he's hustling. Gets to the 30-yard line. He should have a first down. Donovan Rose.
He had it at one
down.
time, I know.
Yeah.
I know he had the first down at one time.
Well, here's Wayman Aldridge at the top of the screen. He's just going to drag across, but what Prince McJunkins does is just wait till all those and everybody drops deep. Let it go. And that's a good read. When they're dropping deep like that, you have to just go underneath, let Wayman Aldridge catch it, and chances are he'll pick up the first down.
And he did. Ottawa with possession at their own 29-yard line, trailing by 36 points. Tim McRae, the ball carrier, gets over the 30 to about the 31. He'll have a pickup of a couple. Well, Prince tried, but every place he turned, there was a white jersey.
Good as anybody.
They really work hard, and they have to be in unselfish positions. In other words, that they're not going to get the glamour like the linebackers are getting and everything like that. They just have to work hard, and and get upfield. And that's exactly what they've been doing for the last number of weeks.
Ken Haley took the punt at his 44 and just fights his way to about the 50 or 51-yard line. So the Blue Bombers will take over at that point with 1:09 left to play. In this third quarter, the Blue Bombers comfortably in front, 46-10.
Good field position again.
Well, I can't remember them having poor field position to start a drive tonight.
Cornelius has had his hands full tonight. They might take a look at him there. Pass is complete and forced out by Rick Sovieta.
On that kind of a pattern right there.
But you see, as you pointed out, though, Leaf, this is a great opportunity for Winnipeg to get some experience for those young people. Pass intended for Joe Poplawski goes incomplete.
That sure is, and everybody knows that Tommy Clements is the #1 quarterback, but heck, John Huffnagel's going to get nearly a whole half of football here to operate, and, you know, if something ever happened, Tom Clements had the injury last year. Huffnagel may have to play. Great opportunity for him now to get some playing time and get a little of the rust off.
Thought of that young guy.
Let's not forget the Toronto Argonauts when we talk about tandems either.
Oh, no, I mean, that's taken for granted, the Argo combo.
This is Dave Newman. Newman with a 13-yard return gets the ball to the 23.
I was talking about the three top teams right now, you know, with Winnipeg with the tandem they have, and then Toronto, obviously, with their tandem, and I think that DeWalt, I know, is a good quarterback.
Tim McRae. And McRae gets to about the 25-yard line for a pickup of 2 or 3 yards as the third quarter comes to an end with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers dominating the Ottawa Rough Riders 46-10 at the end of 3 quarters. We'll return with the fourth in just a moment. A football game, look at them trying to get those fans alive here at Lansdowne Park. Rough Riders have a 2nd and 7. Well, Prince was looking for a first down. A flag comes down, and if it's against Winnipeg, he'll have it. It's a roughing penalty against the Blue Bombers.
Saw Tyrone Jones in on that play.
I noticed that.
And then I saw him pursue
Major foul, Winnipeg, number 74, unnecessary roughness.
First down.
And I'll tell you, if he has an irritated Achilles tendon, the guy should not play because that's a spooky, spooky injury.